I'm Tocky and I make saves like this, or this, every weekend. Today I was playing away to Hedon Rangers at the home of Eastside Community Trust in what was a game of two halves. Firstly, I'd like to welcome Spencer to the team, who was signed for us recently and made his debut. Secondly, last week's game versus Hull United Blacks was postponed due to a waterlogged pitch from 3 storms in a week we've had. Storm Dudley, NUS and Franklin brought loads of rain and heavy winds. Lucky for me, as I had only just nicely recovered from having COVID the previous week. Thirdly, this is the only video from the match as all of us warm up. This is due to Hedon having a few players covered by child protection laws. So in a different tack, I'm going to give a summary of what happened as we kicked off in a sunny, mild winter morning. We lined up in 4 in defence, Ethan on the right, Archie, Ellen, Alfie in the middle, and Will out on the left. We had a midfield five with Sonny on the right, Josh, Coops, Chaz making a triangle in the centre, and Archie C on the left, leaving Spencer up top. The bench was made up of Harvey, Tom, Liam and Jay. Hedon kicked the match off, yet it was us which started the brighter as we controlled the midfield, but it was Hedon who had the first chance from a corner, which was swung in but to no avail. Will headed clear and Chaz broke out of defence with a mazy run before being crowded out. Hedon came again after a hotly contested throw-in, saw the referee give a warning to Ethan and Josh before the throw was taken. Alfie challenged for the ball and played it to Archie, who cleared out for another throw. This throw was then cleared by Ethan and saw Sonny turn on the ball and then get his player going on the right wing. In the 7th minute we had a decent chance as Chaz found Archie on the left wing and cut inside, but his shot drifted wide of the goal. We had started to press in the Hedon half. Josh then won the ball in the middle of the Hedon half and played the ball wide to Ethan. He passed the ball through to Sonny on goal, but Sonny had strayed offside. Sonny then did have a shot a few moments later, but that was also wide. As we hit 10 minutes, we was by far the better team, but a back pass from Alfie saw it bobble at my feet as I attempted to clear. The ball was sliced off sideways and Hedon tried to capitalise on my mistake. Luckily the lads had rallied back and Coops and got a big clearance away on the edge of the 6-yard line, which saw Alfie hold off 2 players on the halfway line, despite being pulled back by 1 before he passed to Chaz, who dropped back to help. This then got us away on the counter-attack as Spencer beat his man and tries to play Archie in, which Hedon defended by conceding a corner. The corner was put into the mix with Josh and Coops trying to get a shot away. Before it popped out to Archie on the left wing once more, he knocked it past 2 Hedon players before he was squeezed out and Hedon got a goal kick. Then a breakthrough in the 14th minute, Chaz cut the ball inside playing Spencer in, but his cross was blocked for the corner. Archie took the corner which stuck into the mix before it landed at Spencer's feet, who lashed a shot into the roof of the net, giving us a lead and a debut goal for the new lad. And then boom, lightning strike again. 2 minutes later, Spencer turns provider as he outmuscles 2 Hedon players, and then plays a great ball for Archie to hit it in at the near post from just inside the box. We then held Hedon in the half in the next several minutes with a few corners, a couple half chances, limiting them to only 3 ball attempts, which I then swept up before a Hedon player broke down on the right wing, which I saw Will track the runner all the way to our corner flag before playing the ball at him to give us a throw. Other than that, Archie disposed of a Hedon attack and ran from the edge of the box all the way to the bar line at the edge of the Hedon box, beating several players with his pace and strength. As we approached half-time, there had not been much action at either end of the field, as both midfielders battled for the ball. A throw ball had me scoop it up on the onrushing Hedon player, before Archie took a knock and was subbed for Harvey. With a minute or so left in the half, Hedon attempted a long-range shot before we got a free kick on the edge of the Hedon box. About 20 yards out-ish, Josh stepped up and hit the ball well, but just fell short hitting the side netting. As the half-time whistle blew, we were buoyant on how well we were playing. Chris made changes with all the subs coming on to try and freshen up as we started the second half. But our bright first half spirit didn't last long as Hedon pressed us from the off in the second half. A succession of corners early on saw them eventually bundle one in at the back post, and despite the remonstration from Chris and Mike that elbows were being thrown from the Hedon players, from a goalkeeper's perspective there was a hand in 2 of our players' faces. The game quickly became scrappy as Hedon tried to fight back, and we're now in a better time pressing for everything, with some questionable challenges which left a few players in a heap. As Hedon broke forward 10 minutes into the second half, Coops had to trap back and put a fantastic challenge in to stop a Hedon player breaking free. Things were quickly becoming heated as an inexperienced referee tried to micromanage everything going on both on and off the field. The game played on and Mike tried to get the referee's attention to the situation, but in an odd time of events, the referee decided that Mike was shouting at him, took precedence over the injured players on the field, and sent Mike off from the sidelines. In our confusion, we were all over the place in disbelief of what happened, and Hedon took full advantage with the ball over the top, so Hedon played free towards the back post, and his shot flew past me to level the scores. We attempted to hit back from the kick-off as quick Harvey saw leaving with the room to move and play Archie's seating, but he was crowded out and tried to play the ball across the face of goal, which Hedon countered. A ball over the top was at least 2 yards offside, but a player ran through regardless. I rushed out to close my angle, went to grab, getting two hands on the ball, as momentum took me into the Hedon player's legs, which absolute shot the referee gave a penalty for. To say I was stunned is an understatement. This is something I do in regular matches with no qualm. I even did it a few minutes later, no problems from it. Usually I'm praised for the unwavering behaviour with diving at players' feet, when I could get a kick to the head. To see some of my other videos for examples, I guessed the right way on the penalty, diving down to my right, but the shot was hit hard enough into the bottom right hand corner and was well out of reach, giving Hedon the lead. I was gutted, and to be honest I lost my head. As we attempted to hit back from a corner, Chris even shifted to three at the back, putting Alfie up top in the final few minutes to try and grab one back. We did have a few attempts, and Spencer went well with Alfie and Chaz, but his shot was blocked. But to my horror, and because I was still enraged at the penalty, I made a huge mistake as I fumbled the low shot instead of grabbing it. I pushed it into the feet of a Hedon player. It was in an offside position when the original shot took place. Couldn't miss into an empty net. I hold my hands up there. That one's on me, and sorry lads. Hedon then saw the match out, giving them a 4-goal comeback win from losing 2-0 at half-time. To take the positive out of it, we have been easily the best we played all season in the first half, and Spencer bossed it up top for us, getting his first goal and setting Archie C up too. It was a fantastic start for him. But in the second half, we couldn't just match up how we had played in the first. Maybe a mix of stop-start of how our league matches of late have been. Means we can't keep our fitness levels, or with there being a half-term, we could have had a knock-on effect. I know for me there's been quite a few lie-ins over the week, and not surfacing until nearly 10 AM. I won't say too much on the referee. My moves were rather indifferent to his, which was evident in the second half, which was unfortunate for us. No match next week again, and to finish the video off, here's something the team recorded their thought on the match, so you don't have to look at my mug for the video.
Hi, Alfie. Yeah, anyway, so the game today was 2-0, and I thought it was going good, but then when they scored, I was like, oh no. But I tried to keep it, but we just couldn't keep it. The ref, he was good, he had moments, but then he was just a bit dodgy. And yeah, so I could say more about the ref, but I can't. Respectful reasons why, but yeah, we go again next game. Okay, see ya.
We played well the first half, went 2-0 up, played really well. Towards the last 10 minutes of the first half, we started getting a bit tired. Fitness, and then second half, pens were given that shouldn't have been, goals were given that should have been offside, and just we went from 2-0 to 4-2 down. So I mean, it wasn't very good. The second half, we just ran out of legs really. So yeah.
Lucky today. I thought we played really well in the first half, and most of the second half. It was a shame we couldn't get the win. Well done to Archie and Spencer on the goal, and also well done Spencer for man of the match.
And start then.
Oh, so I'm recording.
Come on, Sonny.
I need to use a driver then.